Hi everyone, I'm gonna be preparing to make my candles today. So these are the molds that I'm gonna be using. These three ones, so it's different sizes. So I'm gonna be making three different sizes of candles. Anyway, I'm gonna make two. Yeah, so I'm not gonna make the smallest one. So this is the wax that I use. These are wax palettes. These are my Sassol wax. Yeah, it's also works anyway. So these are the palettes that I use the one that is made in pallets. I don't want the brick one because it's very takes time to melt. So I usually wash my molds in the sink. Yep, I can use any other thing, but because I'm working in the kitchen today, I'm gonna use the sink. Just wash them with normal washing detergents to clean them off, and a bit of what to scrub them. You just have to scrub them to make sure that the old wax is out. It also makes the candle come out smoothly because now the mold is clean and smooth inside. So there they are very clean. I can't see because of the dark, it's dark in there and you can't see. So this is my still wick. There are still wicks there to make a hole in between the candles, inside the candle, so that now the normal wick comes in and it's gonna be able to go through. So I'm gonna put my wick in, my still wick in, and the support. The support is usually rubber, just like the base. It's a rubber, and yeah. So what I usually do is that I press it in, put it in, and then get it ready for my candle. I usually do this as I melt my wax. So I'm not gonna show you everything. I'm just gonna show you bits and bits of how I do this. So these are my wicks. So these wicks I'm preparing them to make the dinner candles. The dinner candles are those small, thin candles. So these ones have been waxed. As you can see, they've got a bit of wax on them. So it's a bit they are waxed. And yeah, guys, this jug is actually clean, as you can imagine. So I use this cup because it's got measurements. So this one has got a bit of black and brown and because I use it for color. But trust me, I washed this and it's very clean. It can make a white candle. I'll show you what I mean. But for donations, guys, please don't be scared. So I usually started with the black wax. So now I'm with the black candle, so I'm gonna mix the colors to make it black. So I started with orange. Yeah, I think this is orange. So I started with orange, so I have to put equal quantities. But with me, guys, if you want to do this, please use a measuring thing. But with me, I don't measure because I already know the colors, that how I want my color to come out. I did green. Me adding green is because I don't have a yellow. My yellow is finished and it's not here yet, so I don't want it to be too light, so hence I use green. And this is green. The previous one was a blue, so this is green. Also, I put that. It's more like half a teaspoon of each color that I'm putting in. And finally, this is red. So the reason why I put on gloves is because red is very stainous, and I've got colorful nails. I didn't want to stain my nails this time, and I had to put on the glove. So I put on one hand because that's the one I'm gonna be using to stir, and holding the spoon. So the spoon is gonna be stained with colors. Hence, I have to put the glove. So I stir this just to make it the color to come out. And then I'm gonna use another measuring jug just to reduce, so that when I so what I usually do is that I taste. So hence I've got my newspapers there. I taste that there, and then also I put it on my hand just to check the color. There it is. There's the black. Beautiful. So yeah, I'm gonna remove that. It's usually, you know how candle is. Candle doesn't really burn you, but yeah, it's hot. So I'm just gonna divide the wax into another jug for me to be able to pour very well. And yeah, that's just it. We wait for it to dry out. So I had done these white ones before but doing the black one. So this is how it is. So this bigger one, I had done the mold when it was more dry than the other one. So you just have to wait for them to dry up. As they're drying up very nicely, as you can see. Now my candles have dried up. They have dried up, but I just didn't want to remove them. So I just had to taste them. So it's not coming out as yet. So I'm just gonna put it back inside, and also I had to adjust it a bit. That's not a train smash. I always do that. I know how to do that. And you just have to wait for your candles to dry. Anyway, because my candle was, my mold was still a bit hot, I had to leave it in there for maybe an hour or 30 minutes, depending. If I am busy, I have another method of removing. Well, I think I'm going to show that at the end. I'm just going to use that method just for ease. So my candles have dried. These are the black ones that I've done. So the black ones that I've done, I was doing the dinner candles, like I said, which are the smaller ones. So because they're not completely also dry, once they get dry, they come out of the mold automatically by themselves once I press them. But these ones are not really dry. And this is just to show that at the front where the candle becomes a bit screw, I don't know how to say, but yeah, that's the thing that comes in front. And this is my mold. So I've tried to put hot water on this because it's still, and then I pull it off and then it comes out smoothly. Done the same to the other one. So this one I was still struggling a bit because I stopped. Once I push it, I have to push it and finish, because if I push it and stops, it stucks on that place. So I have to push it and finish up. So I just had to pull it in the front, and then there it is, smooth and nicely. So these are my candle molds that I use. So hence I say it's handmade. So this is what handmade means. So yes, that's why I take time. And some people might say, why do you not say come pick up the same day? Because I need to monitor them and how they are. So these are my two candles, and I'm gonna show you the bigger one also, because I had to do that. So what gonna do is that I'm gonna trim the wick. I'm just gonna cut the wick in the front and also cut it the end at the back, just doing it the same way on the other one so that it becomes nicely done at the end. So there it is. So there are my dinner candles, the black. I'm sure you can't see the black very well because of the quality of my camera and also the lighting. Well, I don't have the ring light anymore. I think I should get another ring light. So this is the bigger one that I want to show you. So there it is. I also put hot water, and because it's bigger and it's still hot, I had to use something to hold it. And there it is, nicely white. Like I told you guys, my jag was very white, was very clean. So this is my candle. Don't mind underneath. We're going to clean that up also, because I told you that my mold had done brown candles, darker candle color. So I'm gonna do the same with the bigger candle, but I'm not gonna remove it. So yeah, these are my candles for today. Like I said, we're making candles, making black and gold. So I'm not gonna show you the gold ones because I did the white dinner